You're listening to Good Morning Gwinnett, a division of Noise Media Network, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County and beyond. Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Ooh. Good morning, good morning, good morning, all my Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett Land, all of you around this world. Listen to the sound of my voice. Listen, y'all, I had a glitch. And I tell you, I had these glitches. And when I tell you I'm up early, like I was up early this morning, I had a glitch. This morning. But anyway, hope you had a wonderful, wonderful weekend. It's a beautiful day here in Gwinnett County. The weather is gorgeous. It's so nice here this morning that I didn't even sleep with the air conditioner on last night. That's how nice it's been for like the last probably 3 nights. Because normally we got the air conditioner on, but that's how beautiful it has been. I'm like, oh my God, it is. I love the fall. Good morning, Georgia.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. And yourself? How was your weekend?
It was busy. I had a lot of editing. You know, it's my job now.
I understand that's your job.
Trying to catch up. That's all. Just trying to catch up.
Every time I look in this like y'all see me trying to fix my clothes. That's because
I know I hate doing that.
I can't figure it out. Yeah, because it's like backwards. So I'm like trying to. Okay, forget it. I'm like, let me just do this. Okay, how about that? That's better.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay, that's better. All right.
I know. One side of my hair, I'll be trying to figure out which one to push down, and I'm like, whatever. I don't know.
Like, whatever. It's so weird because it's like I'm looking at it, and then it looks. This side is what that looks messed up, but it's on. Okay, whatever. Anyway. So I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I did. It was busy. It was busy again, and I'm tired. I ain't gonna even lie, y'all. I'm tired. It was busy. I wanna rest. I want a vacation. But you know what was crazy? I Sundays are normally my best day. It's like my clarity day for some strange reason. And I don't know why. Probably because I get a chance to sleep a little bit longer. That could be it.
Mm-hmm.
I do get a chance to sleep a little bit longer on Sundays, and it's like my best day. And I wake up feeling like clear about things. And so I woke up yesterday morning early too, like probably about 6 o'clock. Even though I could have slept longer, I woke up like 6 o'clock, and I actually started working like 7:30. And my husband's like, "Well, I'm just gonna lay in the bed." Yeah, he's like, "I'm just gonna lay in the bed this morning." I said, "That's fine, you can lay in the bed." But I was so clear about things. I was like, I need to do these things like right now before I forget. So I got a lot done yesterday, but I did get a chance to watch Hallmark Channel. I love the Alaskan Bush people. Like I watch that show all the time. You ever watched that before?
No.
Okay. She like,
no.
So the Alaskan Bush people, it's about a family. They lived in the bush of Alaska for years, like years and years and years. And then the mother got sick and they had to move to like, they call it the lower 48s because I guess the Alaska is way north. So they call it the lower 48. They moved to Washington State because she got cancer and she had to get chemo. And they were living in the middle of, let me tell y'all something.
Middle of nowhere, right?
The middle of nowhere, eating who knows what. I'm like, oh my God. I was like, I respect them because they made a way out of no way. Let me just say that. Like literally, like no hot water. Can you imagine living in Alaska and not having hot water?
I can't imagine living in Alaska. Okay, it's just too darn cold. Don't touch that.
Cold, no hot water, no heat.
Oh my God. That's like extra cold. That's like extra cold. No.
So there was an episode where the mom, when they came to Washington State she had to get chemo. And they came to Washington State and they were hot because it was so hot. And they was like, oh my God, it's so hot. And I can imagine like I would have been the same way, like, oh my God, it's so freaking cold. But I watched that show all the time. And the father, his name was Billy. So what happened was he lost his mother and his sister and his dad died in a plane crash.
Oh, okay. Wow.
He was like 16 years old. Just lost it from there, and he was just like, I just don't want to be a part of regular civilization. So him and his wife moved to Alaska, to the bush from Texas. So they went from
my gosh. They went
to extreme cold.
Yeah, they went from hot to extreme cold, man.
And
That's crazy.
somebody found out about them because they had been living there for quite a long time. Somebody found out about them, and the TV show came to pitch a show, pitched them to be on a TV show called The Alaskan Bush People. And when I tell y'all, you know, and they're such a tight-knit family, I guess, because you have to be, because you got to survive together in Alaska with no heat, no hot water. You know, you got to kill everything you eat. Like I'm like, oh God. So I was watching the episode last night right before I went to bed, and the oldest son, his name is Matt. He was talking about how I guess he was hungry or whatever, and he found some crickets and he fried them up in some grease. And I was like, ooh. I talk about being on Naked and Afraid.
I was gonna say any of those wilderness shows are just not. That's not my thing. I'm just gonna say that's all. I mean, some people sing, but it ain't my thing.
Naked and Afraid.
Nope. I don't want to be out there trying to eat crickets. You know, maybe
DJ. I'm sorry, what? DJ Woodley just jumped on. So DJ Woodley sent me a message. Hi, DJ Woodley. Good Morning Gwinnett is a show about Gwinnett County and beyond. So I'm in Gwinnett County, which is in Metro Atlanta, Georgia. And Monday through Thursday, I do a live show. I've been doing it now for almost 3 years. December will be my 3-year anniversary.
Yay.
Doing this show and events and things that's happening around Gwinnett County as well as around the world. And on Thursdays, DJ, I interview amazing people. So Tuesdays I talk about tech and business. Wednesdays I'll be talking about more investing, and Thursdays I interview people after I do the news and horoscopes. So in a few minutes I'm going to do the horoscopes. I start out doing the horoscopes every day, giving you the national day, whatever the day is, and then I get on with the show right after that. So that being said, let's get on with our show. So today is Monday, September the 27th. First, I want to give a happy shout out birthday to my brother. He is one of my bestest friends in this world. One of my bestest friends. So happy birthday, Coach Bell. So he and I are like a year. Yeah, we're like a year apart. And it's so funny because so when we grew up, it was just the two of us and our mom. So my dad and mom got divorced when we were like, I was 10 and he was like 8, because they got divorced in the summer. So his birthday comes in September. And I never forget that my father came to tell us goodbye. And I was outside playing softball. I used to play softball, y'all, back in the day. Yes, I did. I was good too. I was good. I played shortstop. Yeah. I was a little bit of an athlete back then. I'm still I wouldn't call myself an athlete right now because I do bowl in the league. Now,
I don't know how athletic
being an athlete, we bowl every Thursday. I don't know about our athletic abilities. Yes, you might want to ask our other teammates about that. And they may definitely say not athletic at all. But we try, we do our best.
I used to run track. I used to run track when I was younger. And I was pretty good too. Yeah. I ran the 220, I ran the 440. Yeah. Yep.
Oh my God. You gotta tell Coach Bell that, because I'm gonna tell G used to run track. He was like, really?
Yeah, I did.
Let me tell you, you wouldn't be able to tell looking at either one of us right now.
I know that's right.
I'm just telling the truth.
Telling the truth.
Yeah, I used to play softball.
That's all right.
Yeah.
We had a life. We had a life, just so you know.
We had a life before this life. It was a life before a podcast.
Exactly.
Oh, today is also National Day of Forgiveness. So listen, if there's anybody in your circle, in your life that you need to forgive them. Because here's the thing, forgiveness is not for them. Forgiveness is for you. That should have been my ending quote.
That's
forgiveness is not for them, it's for you. So forgive them today. It's National Forgiveness Day. It's also National Chocolate Milk Day. So if you like chocolate milk, go ahead and
I'm going to forgive myself for eating chocolate today.
It's chocolate milk, not chocolate.
See, I jumped already to chocolate.
This is going to eat chocolate. It's National Crush a Can Day. So if you want to just take out some frustrations, forgive some folks, drink a glass of chocolate milk, crush a can. And then grab you a bowl of corned beef hash, because it's National Corned Beef Hash Day. And if it's a little cooler, you all wrap a scarf around your neck because it's National Scarf Day. All right, all of that. You got a lot going on today. Oh yeah, let's get on with these horoscopes. Brought to you by noted astrologer Michael Thosson for today, September the 27th. Today is a Monday, just in case you don't know, it's Monday. I know some of you going, oh my God, it's Monday. I know some people hate funky Monday. I don't. I like Monday because most of the time I don't work on the weekends. However, I've been working for the last 2 weekends. So I'm trying to get to the point where I don't have to work on the weekend. Well, let me say this. I don't have to work on Sundays. Sometimes if I don't work, I'm just bored. So let me just be honest with y'all. I ain't gonna even front. If I don't work, sometimes I'm just bored. So I work. Sometimes I work because most of the time I work because I just want to work. Not because I really have to, because I really could take a minute and read a book and watch a movie. But then I feel like I'm cheating on my business. Ain't that horrible? It's horrible. Let's get on with these horoscopes brought to our noted astrologer, Micah Thosson. We're going to pick it up like we always do, and that is with Aries. You have more than enough on your plate. Moves or possibility of having someone different living with you may be difficult at first. You'll communicate easily and develop new friendships. You got a lot on your plate, and I don't know who's trying to move with you, Aries. Tell them no. No, this B&B is closed. Don't put the pressure on yourself. Just say no. Let them know. I told my husband, like, we were running a B&B for a second. We just weren't getting paid. We were running like drop in if you need a place to stay, drop in. B&B closed. I'm married to an Aries. I'm like, if he can't say no, I'm letting you know the B&B here is closed. Taurus, you can make sound financial investments if you act fast. You be an emotional basket case today. Don't take any comments too seriously. Your high energy will help you through this rather hectic day. Yeah, high energy is going to help you out today because you're going to be a basket case, Taurus. I hate to tell you that, but if you act fast, you can make some sound financial investments, even though you're a basket case and it's going to be hectic. But you got to move. You can't sit there and ponder. You got to take action. That's the only way you're going to get through it. Gemini, look closely at motives and honesty in your personal encounters. Plan to get out and do a bit of travel. The talk you have may be eye-opening with regard to your present situation. Yeah, you're going to have some kind of talk. It's going to be eye-opening for you. It's gonna shine some light on that situation. I call it a situation. Light on that situation that you got. Yes, and look closely at the motives and honesty in your personal encounters. What are your motives? If you got bad motives, it's gonna backfire. I'm just trying to help you out. Whenever your motives, let me tell you something. What I know for a fact, whenever you have impure motives, it always backfires. It may not backfire right then, but it's gonna come. It's called karma.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, just in case you don't know, that's called karma. What else? What can I do? Cancer. Go out with friends and family. You will find it easy finalizing personal papers if you make an effort. Try to slow down and take another look. Slow down. Take another look. Slow down. Take another look. Sometimes when you move so fast, I talk so fast sometimes, y'all, because we moving so fast. I be slurring words. I've been doing something and it requires me to slow down. And when I realize when I slow down, I talk slower. I can get all the words out. But when my mind is going like this, my mouth try to go like that. And it just messes it all up. It just messes stuff up. Anyway, Leo, you should put a little extra effort in at work. Don't offer to pay others. You should feel a little more stable about your position. However, don't be surprised if a job offer comes your way. Just when you started to feel stable, now you're going to have this job offer that you got to contemplate. I know that's an opportunity for you. Sometimes you got a plan, but sometimes God has a better plan.
That's right.
I know you don't want to hear that today, Leo, but there's a job offer coming your way just because you think you're stable. God's like, you're getting comfortable. I got to shake it up a little bit. I'm just trying to help you out. Virgo, try not to push your philosophies on others. Put your time and energy into home improvements. Try to concentrate on research and acquiring information that will be of value in your chosen field. Yes, concentrate on some research. Whew, let me tell you, I'm building the podcast network, and I have put most of my energy and time into building this podcast network. I've talked about it before. I'm literally almost there. I'm literally like the network is set. It's so nice. I'm so excited about that. Listen, I'm a one woman network though. It's like I'm looking at it like there's no other podcasters on the network but me. Hopefully that changes in 2021. I'm hoping that changes, but right now it's just you got a one woman show. I'm in. Your girl is hosting like 5 podcasts, 6, but it's okay. I had to come up with a good schedule where I could produce them all. But I met this
Yeah,
guy.
that's always the
You met that
case.
guy? Do you remember that guy that spoke at Podfest last year in March? And he said he had 23 podcasts that he hosts. He's like
Yes.
some kind of insurance company. He 23. I'm crying
I
about 5
can't
or
even.
6.
I'm just
He
trying to
said
do 3. That's not.
23. I
Still
was
can't
like,
happen.
he personally hosts. And I'm like, well, how does he do that?
Wow.
Like it's only 23. So he must do about 5 or 6 a day. Like it's
At
that
least.
baffled my mind. He was like, I have a podcast network. It's 23 podcasts and they're all me. I'm like, really? Because they had a segment just on podcast networks. And right when I heard about that the first time I heard about it, June was talking about it, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And then I went to another session where there was another man who actually, it was some podcast network owners there. And June was saying that's where we were going, podcast networks. Really, and all true honesty, they're getting picked up right now. They're getting picked up or they're getting big sponsorship dollars. So, but I already had 5 podcasts, and I just realized you got your own network, girl. You got your own network. But anyway, I got a network.
That's okay. I'll have a show on there. 2
Yeah,
shows.
well, you got to see it. It's so nice. I'm so excited. It's so nice. I got to wait to the secure socket layer, which when people go there, it won't say your site. This site is not protected. That's they're doing the updates on that now, because otherwise people go to, oh, whoa, wait a minute, I'm not going to sign up to this site that it's not secure. So that's what I'm waiting for now. But it's almost there. I still got some updates to make, but I'm excited. Like one of my podcasts got some ugly artwork, and I'm like, why didn't it pull the right artwork? It didn't pull it. It looked crazy. Anyway, I'm gonna go to the song. I'll be back after the song, Georgetta, now to give you more of the horoscope. Then she's gonna give you the word of the week. So be sure to stick around because you don't want to miss that. Stay tuned.
A minute until midnight. I'm just wondering where you at. Just thought I'd call and wish you good night. I left my key under the mat. I don't get anything done, you're stuck on my mind. I keep on missing your touch, missing your vibe. This when I'm not going to sit we'll be high. Won't you come on over? Don't you miss me too? Give it all you got, babe. Give it all you got, baby. I'd rather try than lose you. Give it all you got, baby. Give me all you got. Keep dancing in the moonlight. The shadows cover up my sins. Always modeling in hindsight. But baby, I don't care to win. I don't get anything done, you're stuck on my mind. I keep on missing your touch, missing your vibe. This when I'm not going to say what we had. Would you come on over? Don't you miss me too? Give it all you got, babe. Give it all you got, baby. I'd rather try than lose you. Give it all you got, baby. Give me all you got.
Welcome back. It's your girl, Audrey Bell Kearney, giving you the daily horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer Michael Thosson, joined by my co-host on Monday, Georgette Teller. We're going to give you the word of the week in a few minutes. Right after I finish these horoscopes, we're going to pick it up with Libra. Gambling will be a waste of time and money. Involvement in financial schemes will be followed by losses. Your obviously unique way of doing things has caught the eye of someone in a higher position. I gotta tell y'all something real quick about my so today's my brother's birthday, right? I like going to casinos. I like gambling. I'm sorry. I don't gamble often, but when I do, I enjoy. My brother does not. So my brother went to the casino one time and he spent $15. I can't even imagine what he spent $15. And when I tell y'all he harped on that for like 2 weeks, like, man, I could have bought my lunch with that 2 weeks. No lie, y'all. I was like, man, you still talking about that $15? You lost it. $15. And I just had to tell you that because he is not a gambler. So crazy. Our dad, prolific gambler. Like he was a real gambler. Like he gambled.
So funny.
I must get all my bad habits from him. but you know it's crazy. That my mom used to say all the time, I was so much like my dad. She said that she's like, I'm mean like him. I'm like, I'm not mean.
She said that all the time.
I'm mean like him. She's always say, my brother says the same thing. Like, he's so mean. I'm not mean. I just don't like nonsense, which my dad didn't either. He wasn't a no nonsense kind of person. And I like to gamble, so I got all his bad habits. I hope I ain't get the other one. I hope that bypass because he got one. That whole Bell side got that one. I'm like, Lord, please.
Yeah, we don't want that one.
I don't want that one at all. I mean, I'll take the gambling, but I'm not like a gambler. Like I ain't going out looking to gamble, but when I gamble, I enjoy it. I ain't gonna lie. If I go to the casino, I'm gonna have a good time.
That's funny.
Now here's the thing: I do have limits. Like I'll go to the casino. I have $150 limit. When I hit that limit, I'm done.
That's so funny. When I went, I think I spent $25. I think.
Oh my God!
I was just like your brother, and I think I won. I think I won like $40 on the penny slot or nickel slot, and I stopped right. It's like I get my money. I got my money. I was so excited.
$40 on the penny slot. The money wouldn't have even made it out of the machine. You'd be like, yeah, this ain't but $40. Let's keep going. No, you cashed out at $40.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I was like, hey, it's a bunch of pennies. I think that's a really good return on my money. So I'm done. I'm good.
That was a great return. That would not have made it out the machine had that been me. Like I have had hundreds of dollars in the machine. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna hit a big one. Now what I will do, I would cash out that machine. If I hit like a couple hundred, like
go to another one.
I cash out, right? I won $800. I think the very last time I went and won a decent amount of money. I think it was like $880. And I was in Pennsylvania, as a matter of fact, at the casino there. I won like $880. I cashed out, and then I took like $100 and put it back in. I kept like $700.
Oh well, that's good then. So you kept, yeah, exactly. That was good.
I'm not about to put it. So my mom and my husband, they were terrible. The two of them together, the three, my uncle, my mom, and my husband at the casino. I had to take everybody's debit card. It was sad. And then I would hear her she'll say to him, what you got? Right? And he'd be like, I ain't got nothing. But I had the debit card, so they won't get nothing. They would hate that. My mother used to look like this. This how face be.
Exactly, just like that.
She used to be just like that, boy. And I'd be like, let's go. You're not playing anymore. Because they would take their debit cards and the two of them together, they would leave me. They didn't want me to be with them. So they would leave me. My uncle would go off by himself. He didn't want anybody to be with him because he felt like everybody was a jinx. So he would go off by himself. So when we saw him coming back, we know he was out of money. Like he broke down. So who jinked you? Because we wasn't with you. You over there by yourself getting broke. I think back to those times. We had some good times. I could tell y'all, my mom, and I'm gonna finish the horoscope, I promise. But I gotta tell you this quick. My mom used to walk with a walker, right? And most of the time she walked with her walker, she moving on slow. We went to the casino, she was way ahead of us with the walker. Like, who would be walking behind her? Not like, I look at her. Man, look at it. I mean, moving out, y'all. Just moving out because she'd be excited. So
she's in the place you want to be. That's it.
She was in the place you want to be. That was my baby, man. It's me and her. Scorpio. In harmonious situation at home, in harmonious situation at home may be extremely upsetting for you today. Get them to pitch in. If you need help, just ask. Ask for help if you need help. Be discreet about any information you uncover. And listen, you've uncovered something. It does not mean you go and tell everybody. Be discreet about it because you can hurt somebody's feelings. And let's just know, karma is a mother freaker. Just know that. Don't use that information that you uncover today to try to hurt somebody or belittle somebody or embarrass somebody because karma will come back and bite you in the booty. Just trying to help you out.
And it's really no reason for that. It just really isn't.
Nah, it really isn't. It really isn't. Sagittarius, protect your interests legally if necessary. You may find yourself in an uncomfortable situation if you have overloaded your plate unintentionally. Be careful signing important contracts today. Listen, my plate is always overloaded, Sagittarius. Just throw some stuff on the floor. Just kick it off. Just scrape it off your plate.
Step over it.
Step over it. Just because you probably don't need it anyway. Every time I do a cleanse, and when I say a cleanse, I'm talking about cleansing of my business, cleansing of my plate. I be like, I don't even need to be doing that. Let me just throw that to. But here's a sad thing about me. I pick up something new that I don't need to be doing. I know.
You replace it with what you do out.
I'm a work in progress, y'all. I'm trying to get to that place of calm and peace and just enough where everything is enough. I haven't gotten it yet. I'm trying. Capricorn, you need to keep the peace and you will have to bend in order to do so. Risky financial ventures will result in unrecoverable losses. You can elaborate on your creative ideas and get involved in groups that relate to the arts. I know. The Lawrenceville Art Center is going to be opening soon. I'm excited because I bet it's going to be beautiful in there. I seen like a picture of the stage. I was like, oh, that's probably going to be beautiful. And they're going to have an event space. So I can't wait till it opens. I may have my first event. Oh God. Just the thought of that it's like a headache. Like I'm so not good with events, y'all. I'm just so not good. But I feel like if I have an event and I plan it out like a year, like it's gonna take me a year to literally plan it out. If I plan it out like a year, I think it'll be fine. So I'm hopefully it's open by the time I get ready to plan my event out for like next year. I'm hoping. Aquarius, if they want to help, that's great. But if they try to take credit for your work, you will have to set them straight. You can make money through your own creative efforts. Try not to spend too much on children or entertainment. Just talked about that. How creative are you? Can you make money? Now I can do some creations. I don't know, can I make any money? Unless it's like the ugly creators. They probably, you know what? They got that little doll they had with the one eye. Yeah. Little stuff. That's an ugly little animal. And it make money. Like, so I'm not going to say you can't make money if you got ugly creation.
Don't say that. You can make money off anything.
Anything. That's true. I used to always say, people, I don't know. Yeah, I might be dating myself, but you remember the pet rock?
Yes, I talk about that all the time. Yes. You can make money off of that. What? Why would I need instructions on taking care of a pet rock?
Pet rock. How to take care of your rock. That's what we said. It's called pet rock. And somebody made a ton of money. I remember, I'm coming, Pisces. I'm coming. Hold on one second. I remember when they were tearing down the Brooklyn Bridge. And this man saw them tear down the Brooklyn Bridge. And the wood was just there for anybody to take. So he went over there and chopped up the Brooklyn Bridge, right? And put it in little pieces of little plastic bags. And he was selling pieces of the Brooklyn Bridge. Made a ton of money. Because he was selling pieces of the original Brooklyn Bridge. It was the truth, though. It was really pieces of the original Brooklyn Bridge. And he just had to, guy said, hey, go get the wood and chop it up into little pieces. And people bought it. And they had a little piece of wood, but they had an original piece of the Brooklyn Bridge. So people, and I'm almost positive right now. And that was before internet. Like, this was like before the internet. This probably was like 1995-ish, I think. So the internet was just kicking off. I remember because I bought my first computer in 94. So the internet was just kicking off. So it was nothing like it is not like now. So he made a ton of money off the Brooklyn Bridge. I'm just saying.
Without the internet.
without the internet. And people found out about it, and they sent their checks in the mail because there was no PayPal taking payments from you. Nope. Checks went through the mail.
Checks in
Sent
the mail.
$10 in cash, sent $10 in the mail. I remember, you remember the time, G, when they had the thing going around, you put $3 in an envelope and mail it to people, and then they put $3.
Put
It was crazy.
yes.
So you get all these envelopes in the mail with these $3. It was crazy. This was before Snell. This was before PayPal, where you can Zelle and Cash App and Venmo.
Oh yeah, way before. What?
Yeah,
what was that?
Put a stamp on. You got to go get the stamps, put it in an envelope, drop it in the mail. And trust me, people sent them. I remember getting a stack of envelopes for $3, and I'm like, yay!
Yeah,
I was excited about $3 in the mail. All right, here I am, fish. My fellow fish Pisces. You can pick up additional responsibilities that will lead to higher wages or a better position. This will not be the best day for communication or travel. Don't take sides if you wish to remain on good terms with both parties. I ain't saying nothing to nobody. I don't know about y'all, fish. I ain't taking sides. I ain't saying nothing. I'm gonna stay in my little corner of the world today, because if I'm by myself in my little corner, I can't say nothing.
Can't take sides.
It's not the best day to communicate. It's not the best day to travel. I'll be right here, right in this spot. Contained.
That's all you needed to hear today, right? So you can just stay home
and
do what you need to do.
I had planned on doing that anyway. Like I did say I was gonna run out. I said I was gonna run out for a second, but I ain't going nowhere now unless my brother wants to go to dinner for his birthday. I thought about asking did he want to go to lunch when he like have a late lunch or early dinner or something, but I don't know what his wife has planned. So anyway, that's all the horoscopes I got for today. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. to bring you more of the horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Dawson. Now let's get into some news that you can use. We were just talking a minute ago about getting payments in the mail. I don't even know how we live without internet. Like, I really don't. But there are some places in the United States where there's no internet. Did you know that? Like, I'm sure there's some rural areas that don't have internet, and you would think we're in the United States. You mean tell me people in Africa got internet? Like, we don't have. There are places in the United States that do not have internet, but Comcast is trying to be the answer to that problem. They're trying to be the answer. So Comcast is expanding one of its lower cost monthly plans to college students receiving Pell Grants. So if you are a college student, you receive a Pell Grant. So a Pell Grant is a grant for people, for college students who have low income families. I remember my mom was a single parent, and my brother and I both got the Pell Grant. That's because she was a single parent trying to take care of both of us. We went to college, so we got the Pell Grant, we got the TAG Grant, we got some other grants, so I can't even remember them all. But I remember the Pell because the Pell is the first one that you get. So the cable giant announced last week that students receiving federal funding will now qualify for Internet Essentials offering, which costs about $10 a month for residents meeting a specific income threshold. So I think that's amazing because some of these kids, the only way for them to be able to learn is on the internet. And so if they don't have the internet, how is that possible? You know, you wouldn't think that having internet in the United States would be an issue. But let me just say this. Let me just back up for a second. We can go down Ronald Reagan and don't have cell service. So we are not perfect. Let me just say that. Like, have you been driving and your signal just dropped? And we are in the United States. Yeah. So, I mean, you would think that these wouldn't be issues that we have, but we do.
Yeah.
The Pell Grant expansion is part of Comcast Project Up. It's a $1 billion effort by the Philadelphia-based company to help 50 million people better connect and prosper digitally. So I gotta give Comcast a round of applause for that, because I think that's amazing. Like, we've seen how important the internet was during the pandemic for kids to be able to learn because, they were at home. School was virtual. Parents, had to put them in front of their computer and they had to work. And then some parents don't even know how to use the internet. And I think this was an opportunity for them to learn too. I know here in Gwinnett County, they had programs to teach parents how to teach their children, because some of them have no idea, because when they send their kids off to school, they go to work. Right. So they don't even have time to learn. So, Judge, I'm so sorry. You should have told me about the video. I just kept going.
I forgot. Well, you just went straight into it. And so I was like, I'll just go with the flow. You know me. I'm pretty easy. I'm pretty easy.
Yeah, Listen, people probably was waiting for the word of the week, and
I
I just
know.
went right.
It was so funny. I was thinking to myself, I wonder if somebody's going to say something like, "Hey, where's the word of the
Hey,
week?"
that's the
But
word of the
you
week.
never know.
So
You never know.
we're just gonna do the word of the week. Then we're gonna go to a song after the word of the week, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna give you the more of the news. The floor is yours.
No
Sorry,
problem,
y'all.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good when Nisha's out there. It's all good. Word of the week will show up for you. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be like something I need to hear anyway.
Something. It's always something somebody needs to hear. Or
True
word,
that.
that. Word of the week. Okay, everybody. The word of the week is. Let's see what it is today. Okay. It is. Can you see it? I'm backwards here. Thriving.
Oh, that's a good word. Ooh,
you
that's a
are
good word.
thriving out there. You are thriving. I want you guys to say that. Now, everybody can see that. I want you to say, "I am thriving." I am thriving. So thriving is about growing and developing. It is also about progressing forward, regardless, or realizing a goal, regardless of the situation that you're in or because of the circumstances. It's about moving past the situation that you're living in and thriving for your goals. It's so funny. When you was talking about creating the network, I thought to myself, well, she's thriving in podcasting. This is the way that she thrives. It's about creating a network. It's about giving people opportunities. And I think to thrive, it doesn't always have to be financially. It could be thriving to have a better relationship with your partner. It could be thriving just to have a better relationship with yourself. And and it doesn't, regardless of the situation you're in, it's about growing and developing into something else, or to something that you want to become, or creating a business that you want to be thriving, so you can pass on that business to generations, or creating a legacy. But like I said, it doesn't always have to be so big. It could still be small and be big. Just so you know that. So small changes can make big things happen in your life. So it's about thriving this week. I want you to think about you thriving, even through the situation that we're in, with all of this, with all the health situations that we're having. You are thriving through that. Every day you get up, you thrive through that. You take better care of yourself. I mean, these are little things that we can do to help you thrive and to progress and to grow within your week, within your day. So thriving, I'm so excited about that word, right? It's weird when I say it. It makes me want to grow. It makes me want to do something really great. It makes me want to accomplish something, and also to develop and create a different plan for myself. So today you are thriving. This week you are thriving. And I want you to, take that word. You can use it in some affirmations. If you don't know how to use affirmations, I'm sure a lot of you out here probably do. But if you don't, you can go to dynamiclifeenterprise.com, and there is an infographic to tell you 5. It's free, and it's an infographic you can download. It tells you about 5 ways you can utilize affirmations. And hey, if you want some more words of the week, go to dynamiclifeenterprise.com and pick up the card decks that I use on the Good Morning Gwinnett show to share with you your word of the week. So your word of the week is thriving. Why? Because you are thriving. Thanks so much.
That's your word. Listen, thrive. That's a big word, y'all.
Yes.
And it's so funny because sometimes it takes it's a tiny change that you can make, and then sometimes you have to make some drastic changes. Like I'm always making drastic overhauls because my goal is to be thriving. My goal is to create a thriving business that's legacy driven. And so I'm always making these drastic overhauls in my business. Now I'm working on my life, right? The business seems to be really smoothing itself out. It's my life. It's that spiritual side of my life that I'm working on more. And as I clean stuff off my plate, it allows me to work on my spiritual side so I can have a thriving, not just a thriving business, but a thriving life. Because right now, before I had a business with no life. A business with no life. So the goal is to have a thriving business and a thriving life. So thank you, Georgia, for the word of the week. Your word for the week is thriving. What you gonna be doing to make sure you have a thriving week? I don't know. Clear up some stuff, clean house, remove some
clean house, right?
Get rid of some stuff. I looked at my office.
Find better ways to meditate. Find better ways to self-improve and to, just find those better ways to help you to move past and to reach certain goals in your life. So yeah, I'm excited
The
about
weather
it.
is beautiful right now, so go outside. Put your feet on the ground. That's my plan. I got to get me like I'm really squeamish about putting my feet in the grass because I'm always thinking a snake gonna run up on me. So I have to
That's
get
my
me like
mom. She hated that.
oh my God. I really be want to go outside and walk in the grass, but I might step on something. So I have not put my feet on the ground but one time and it felt so weird. But I said I was gonna get me a what's the
Feels so good.
potato sack? The potato sack.
Oh yeah. Yes, like
We call it.
I know what you call. It's right on the tip of my tongue too.
Yeah. I know what I'm talking about.
Burlap.
The thing,
Burlap.
burlap. I said I was gonna give me a piece of burlap and I'm gonna put it on the ground. I'm gonna put my feet on the ground because I feel like I can do it that way. But if I have to just stand on the ground, because I can't see it. Now if it was just dirt where I could just see the ground, I would do it.
Yeah.
But it's grass.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't see what's crawling in the grass. So
I
I'm
know.
freaking out.
You got to make sure it's a natural fiber, even if it's burlap. It's not like manufactured. It's like a natural burlap because it opens up the opportunity for the energy from the ground to come up. It doesn't stop it. When you put something synthetic on there, you don't get the energy as much. It doesn't, go back and forth. So yeah.
Okay, good. So I need an all natural, earthy burlap, some kind of maybe I'll get me some real cotton and just make me some cotton. Yeah, okay. I'm going way off on the deep end. All right, I'm going to a song. I'll be right back after the song to give you more of the horoscopes, brought to you more of the rundown about what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. Stay tuned.
I ran away from heartbreak. Got nothing in return for my pain. I never thought I'd be so empty, so alone and afraid. Wasn't looking for a lover. Nobody understood where I've been. Guess I thought I needed more time to protect my love from potential offense. So I and you but I so you and I'm not surprised by what I found. Cause I know I needed something different and it had to be you. Out the blue, somebody who listened and it had to be you. Out of all the people to revive my love, couldn't be just anyone. But baby, it had to be you. I didn't seem to notice that you were checking for me. We were just friends. So we started building trust and my fragile heart started to bend. Yeah. I should have paid attention. You would have been the obvious choice. But I needed time to see clearly, dig deep and cut through the noise. So I, then you, and you, but I, so you, and I, not surprised by what I found. Cause I know I needed something different and it had to be you. Out the blue, somebody who listened and it had to be you. Out of all the people to revive my love, couldn't be just anyone. But baby, it had to be you.
One of my favorite songs. That's why I love this show, because I play music. You know what though? On the other shows, now I ain't playing no music. So the other thing too, the other shows are not gonna be morning shows. They're gonna be evening shows. Most of them are gonna be evening shows, late afternoon shows. But this is a morning show. Like this gets you up and about. It gets you like set your day off, you know. And so I won't be playing music on those shows. They're gonna be more structured and more serious, and you know, a little bit different. So it's all right though. Long as you get up at 10 o'clock in the morning and listen to the music, you good. You good. I'll talk about the network in a few minutes. So there's a gentleman, I saw this video too when it happened, 2017. Demetrius Hollins was stopped by the police officers, and the video showed him being kicked while he was down on the ground, kicked in the head just by the police officers. Both police officers were fired back then, but now he's seeking damages. He said he's traumatized, and he was tased, he was punched in the face, he was kicked. You know, it's so sad. It's so sad. Like, why? Like, that's a part of me. I be trying to wrap my head around, like, as a decent human being, if somebody is on the ground, why are you hitting and beating on them? Because that person right there needs to go get some help. Like, that's the real thing. And so he was beaten and kicked, and you know, now he's suing Gwinnett County. He's suing the two police officers that assaulted him, and he's also suing the former chief of police, Butch Harris. All of them. He's suing everybody. He said, "You know what? I was traumatized.
Yeah,
like
he was traumatized. I can imagine.
Listen, I'm traumatized when I hear these things. Like, and I'm not even a dude. Like, I get traumatized. Like, you guys don't even understand. When I saw the George Floyd murder, I was traumatized for almost a year. Like, I'm just now getting to the point where I feel better. Like, I could be driving down the street and see a cop car.
What?
And
I'm
thinking
freaking
about
out.
my brother, or if my nephew is home, I'm thinking about my nephew, or it's just traumatized. Not just seeing a cop car. If I heard a siren, who wants to live that way? But I was traumatized, you know. And I remember somebody telling me, like, "What, with all the stuff you've been through, you probably are suffering from a mild form of PTSD." And I'm like,
PTSD, yeah.
but you know, so he's suing. So, you know, now they got to pay. I don't know what they're going to have to pay, but I think they're going to have to pay something. Well, the verdict is in. Yep. So our newly appointed tax commissioner, Miss Tiffany Porter, she came in. Her salary was $141,000, and she put into place a regulation that was legal, where she could charge towns inside of Gwinnett County $2 or some extra money to collect their taxes. So she instituted that regulation on her behalf, because it was she could do that. Well, she did that, and people got pissed off, you know, and they were like, you know, we're not paying her extra anything. She said, okay, we'll just collect your own taxes. Well, Grayson said, we're not paying you, and you're gonna collect our taxes. And guess what? The judge said, yes, you are. So the verdict is in. Look like Miss Porter is going to be collecting the taxes for Grayson. Grayson sued her and said, you know what? We're not paying you extra money to collect our taxes. And she was saying, I'm not going to collect them. And they were like, we're going to sue you. And they sued her, and they won.
Wow. So
now a Superior Court judge on Friday ruled in Gwinnett County Tax Commissioner Tiffany Porter must collect property taxes on behalf of Grayson without an additional fee. A state law enacted earlier this year to prevent some tax commissioners from charging cities a personal fee to issue tax bills is constitutional, according to a ruling Judge Laura Tate. But anyway, this right here, what she did was legal. And then Governor Kennedy decided, since she decided to enact that rule or law, whatever it is, he decided to drop a law and say you can't do that. Now, of course, you know, had we, and the thought is, had there been others who decided to do this, would he have done the same thing?
Problem. It would have been no problem.
It was a black woman making $140,000, and you know, how dare she? You know what I mean?
Enact the rule that she can enact. Okay.
Yes.
So, yeah.
She enacted a rule that she could enact because it was legal. And because she did, he jumped in there and threw some legislation out to block it, which he did. And then Laura Tate said, you know what? I'm going to rule in favor of Grayson. You're going to collect their taxes and not pay a dime. Had it been others, what would that have looked like?
This wouldn't have been a problem.
You know what I mean?
You wouldn't have been talking about it.
I know one thing, we're going to watch this because if it happened to her, somebody else is going to come behind her and try to enact the same law if this law doesn't stay on the table. So anyway, Tiffany has to now collect the Grayson's tax for them without being compensated for her efforts. Some people felt like she was already making $140,000. Heck, she make more than the commissioner. She does.
Yeah, but it's not. But it's not like, I mean, that was the salary. It wasn't like
that was a salary.
You know what I mean? It was a salary. It wasn't anything that people were just, oh, well, I'm going to make this and this is what I'm making. I mean, it was the salary and the fact that she had the right to be able to do whatever she did. Just doesn't. Doesn't. I don't know. Doesn't really sit very well.
It doesn't. And check this out. So the bill that Governor Kemp signed into law was Bill 201. Now this law stops tax commissioner in select counties. Not everywhere.
Select counties.
Just select counties.
What are the select counties?
Just select counties. So y'all tell me what y'all think. Y'all can holler at me. Listen, I'm live now.
I'd like to know what select counties those are.
Well, Gwinnett got to be one of them because Tiffany has to pay. So yeah. Listen, I'm live. Y'all want to talk about Tiffany in this text? Was it fair? Was it unfair? Did she do something? Did she break a rule? Did she break a law? She did not. She did not break a law. But I think people are pissed because her salary is $141,098. Had she got the increase that she was looking for, that would increase her salary by another $110,000, which would have put her around $241,000. Yeah, $251,000. Ooh, I'm in the wrong business. I should have been a tax commissioner. I ain't running against you, girl. I ain't running against you. I'm just saying, though. I hear you. Yeah, some of these things anyway. The Q and Peach reported said they're gonna pay the $2 for her to collect their taxes. Berkeley Lake said they would pay the $2, but the Q said next year, they're gonna collect their own taxes. Now they said that, but now I'm wondering, now that Grayson has won this lawsuit, will they go back and say, well, we said we were gonna collect our taxes next year, but we want you to do it because you just lost Grayson, the fighting Grayson. That would be horrible. Like that would be so bad.
Well, that's what happens, right? So those things happen, and then it sets a precedence, for everybody else to jump on and be like, well, if they did it for that, then why can't we just say, well, we're not going to pay that either, and they'll do it for us.
I know. I tell you. Anyway, Gwinnett County officials have drafted a high-level plan for spending approximately $181.9 million in COVID relief funds for the American Rescue Plan Act. Hey, Gwinnett County. Hey, raising my hand over here. There's a little podcast called Good Morning Gwinnett. You guys so feel it in your hearts to put us in that plan. That'd be so much appreciated.
That'd be wonderful.
I mean, 181 million. We'll take 1% of that to support this show. I hope you're listening out there, Gwinnett, because we would, and we could really go all over the world and just expand.
Yes, we could.
Well, we're all over the world already.
Yes,
we'll
be physically all over the world.
We have correspondents on the East Coast, the West Coast, the South Coast, Africa, Europe, bringing news right into Gwinnett County, right from there, like news that you can't see on the BBC, right? Like you'll get the news that you can't see on the BBC. That'd be some community news. We have some citizens journalism. All of them. Yes. What? I really would. Anyway, the county plans to spend most of the money on equity-focused services to help underserved areas addressing negative economic effects of the pandemic, public health responses, and recouping lost revenue. That would be me. Yes, I lost a lot. To ensure we are strategic and impactful in several processes have been put in place to address urgent and long-term needs, said the Board Commissioner Chairwoman Nicole Love Hendrickson in a statement. We are prioritizing county residents with an equity-focused approach to reach the underserved residents. So the county has $181 million that they have to figure out what to do with. Their goal is to make sure that people that need it the most gets it. That's a good thing. And hopefully, it trickled down to some of the small businesses in our area that were affected by the pandemic, because some small businesses, especially service-based businesses, they couldn't really pivot, because a lot of what they did was based on them bringing in one client at a time. And so when clients can't pay, you kind of screwed, so they weren't able to pivot right out the gate. And I think a lot of them probably just got totally depressed. Like, I don't know what to do, because I've heard that a lot. Like, I'm a service, like I'm a coach. Like, these people need therapists right now. I can't coach them.
Right.
They're using their insurance because they need therapy, because the pandemic of 2020, 21 was traumatizing for a lot of people. It was really the George Floyd and all the protesting. That stuff was traumatizing. So a lot of people didn't even want to have clients, or could not even run their business, because they were going through so much emotionally at that time. And so I hope some of this money that's coming from the rescue plan go to help small businesses get back on their feet and help them build back stronger. I think that's really important. And the way for small businesses to build back stronger is for them to really take a deep dive into their business and see what happened, like what made you fall. Like, trust me, y'all. When I look at, don't think that because I talk about I got this one woman podcast network, I'm not looking at the big picture, because if I'm not there, there's no podcast network. That's why I'm expanding the network to include other people, because I know I need to be able to scale, to grow. And so I had to go back and refocus my business, because I was traumatized. Like, I'm still going through trauma, and I didn't feel like doing anything, and if I'm not working, I'm not making money. So that's called an entrepreneur.
Yep, exactly.
I know there's a difference.
Yep. And not, and I think it's important too to know that it's not just the businesses. When you say small businesses, right? Some people may have employees, and that's important because they can't support the employees anymore. But you also have the solopreneurs who are micro businesses, and it's just them. And if, like you said, if they fall victim to, either like depression or, not having any income, then they still have a family to support. So whether you have employees or whether it's just yourself, I think I'm hoping that money reaches a lot of different, levels of small businesses, because that's so important.
Yeah, I hope so too, because you're right. The micro businesses, that's why Derek and I decided we were going to launch the Micro Business Alliance, because we realized that there are a lot of small businesses out there who are solopreneurs, or two people, a mom and pop, a husband and wife team, or one person that has a VA in the Philippines, so there are a lot of those type of businesses out there, and they have suffered tremendously because of the pandemic, and have not figured out, okay, well, how do I get around this? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like a portion of that money should be put into the Micro Business Alliance to help businesses who have struggled figure out, okay, what do I need to put in place so if something like this should happen again, I'm not affected so much.
Exactly. And how do I pivot? And how, like, where else do I need to go?
Right.
Yeah.
Like there, and we know there are resources out there. There are tons of resources out there. But guess what? All of those resources shut down. They had to pivot. They had to figure out how to serve small businesses in a different way, because you can walk into an office and have a meeting, because nobody's like, look, you can't come in. We're closed. So everybody started working from home, and businesses shut down. I remember it was something I was trying to do. I forgot I think it was ACE, as a matter of fact. I was trying to do something with ACE, and I don't know, it was an in-person event that I was trying to go to, and they were like, no, you can't come here. Like, we're closed. And so ACE, for those of you who don't know, is they have the ACE Women Business Center over in Norcross, and they were shut. I forgot what it was. Something I was trying to do. I think I was trying to get certified as a minority business enterprise or something, but I couldn't go. Like, they weren't having it. So you have to do everything online. So they had to learn how to pivot. So, as a small business, and they have teams of people, and there were companies with huge teams of people that had to figure out how to pivot. But for the small person, when it's just you and you sitting alone in the room, like, oh my God, what am I going to do? There needs to be somewhere for you to go where people totally understand what your needs are, how to address those needs, and to let you know that at the end of the day, you're not by yourself. Because as solopreneurs, a lot of times we feel like we're by ourselves, and we are, because we're solopreneurs. But what we have to learn how to do is figure out how to scale. So if something happens to your business, if I get taken out today, can Good Morning Gwinnett go on? Yeah, maybe if somebody step in and be dedicated like I am. But for the most part, no. If I go, it's going. You know what I mean? If I have a network and I'm a podcast network and I have 6 of the shows on the network and that's it, If I go, they're going. So that's why it's important to understand how to scale. And so as I learn more, and I've been doing this a long time, but I'm always learning. As I learn more about what I'm going to be doing to scale my business and grow my business, I'll be happy to share that with you guys when I relaunch Talk Business with Audrey, which is one of the podcasts on the network. I know, shameless plug, but hey, I got to do it. No such thing as shameless in business. It really isn't. So Noise Podcast Network will be launching. Well, it's halfway launched right now. I'm just waiting for the SL security socket level thing to the security piece to kick in. Once that kicks in, the site will be live. It has. Let me tell you what I'm using. I'm using Podpage. I am in love with Podpage. Podpage is so good because Podpage let your guests go there and put their information in if they want to be a guest on your show. Podpage let people leave you a voice message on the website. Podpage, each one of my podcasts has its own podcast page, like literally a page on the website. It's a network, and each one of my podcasts has its own page. I'm talking about literally like there's a page for each one of the shows on the network. It lets me put a PDF in so people can download the packet, the guest package that I created. So if you want to be a guest on the show, download this packet. If you want to support the show, donate to the show. It's there. I mean, I think they've thought about it. The videos that I do here are going to be embedded on the page. So I'm excited about growing up the network. I'm excited about giving other podcasters the opportunity to join us. Now, let me just say this. It ain't free, but nothing in this life is free. Nothing worth having is free. And it's only open to 25 podcasters right now, and you'll be the founding 25. And just know that the fee that's there, it won't last forever. It's going to end in January. And I do mean that. I say that a lot of times, but I be giving people the opportunity to get in. But I can't because I want to make sure that we can service all the podcasters that are there, because one of the things I understand is about creating exposure for your podcast. And that has been my strong suit. Like outside of being consistent and committed to my podcast, expanding my reach with the podcast has been my strong suit. And when I say that, having an Alexa skill, having a mobile app, having a channel on Amazon Fire TV, having a channel on Noise, where it's just all across the board in all these different countries. So that has been one of my strong suits for expanding Good Morning Gwinnett. And now I'm going to take that and flip it to all of my other podcasts and also for the podcasters that are on the network as well. So, don't check yet. Check back about 1:00. Noise Podcast Network. The site should be up. It's up, but you're going to go there and it's going to say this site is not secure. I'm telling you that right now. It's going to say that because in the back they have to do the transfer to secure socket layer, and the way to do that, I don't do that. It's something that the companies have to do. GoDaddy has to talk to Podpage, and they have to work it all out. So when you go there, you don't get that big red flag that this site is not secure. So they're doing that now, but probably about later on today, it should be up and you should be able to see it. And I'm still working on it. I still have some things I want to change and do, but I'm excited about actually launch. I'm excited about landing, working with some sponsors and people who want to support the podcast network. I'm excited about the shows that I got coming out. Like this coming Sunday, I'll be hosting the first episode of Popcorns and Politics, where I'll be talking to Derek J. Wilson, who's running for the insurance commissioner for the state of Georgia, and Colby Garner, who's running for lieutenant governor for the state of Georgia. And what make both of those candidates interesting, one, they're very young. That's the first thing. They will be the youngest if they win their election. They'll be the first blacks to hold those offices. And Colby has a third. He'll be the first openly gay lieutenant governor. So he's young, black, and gay, and Derek is young and black and married. He's young, black, and married. So I'm going to be hosting that event this coming Saturday at 11 o'clock. You can tune in live. Now, I'm not running that feed. Somebody else is running that feed. So we have to figure out how to, I think it's going to be running from the Noise Media Network page on Facebook. So I'll let you guys know more about that by Thursday. Because I'm not running that feed. Someone else's, a production company is running that feed. And so, but I think they're going to stream it to my Noise Media page. But that'll be the first one. Then on October the 4th, I'll be launching Built Together. Built stands for Blacks United in Leading Technology. And for those of you who don't know, I'm the Metro Atlanta chapter leader, chapter president for the Built organization, which is an organization that shines the spotlights on Blacks in tech who are doing great, innovative things. Also bringing you educational opportunities and information on how to get into tech if you're Black. So we're trying to bridge that gap for careers in technology by, having these built chapters around the United States. I run the Metro Atlanta chapter. There are chapters in Dallas, Chicago, Pennsylvania, Los Angeles. There's some other places too, I can't remember, but we have chapters all over, and that's expanding as well. So that's exciting too. So Built Together is going to be a new one too. So I'm excited about that one. So I got a lot going on, but I love this space. Y'all hear me say this all the time, and I don't say it just to be saying it. I say it because I really love it. It allows me to say all the things and talk about the things I want to talk about and the things that I'm passionate about and the missions that I want to push. And so Blacks in Tech is a mission I want to push. Talking business with me to help you learn more about business and how to grow and expand and pivot, something that I'm passionate about. Podcasting, of course, is something that I'm passionate about. So this is an amazing platform. I think what's nice now is that now we can incorporate video, which we're doing right now, into the whole podcasting piece. So we're not just doing podcasts, we're doing video casts as well. So I know that was a lot, but I just wanted to share where I was with that. And be sure to check out Noise Podcast Network. Give it some time. If you go there and you get the red flag, just know that the secure socket layer is being added. So you don't have to worry about I'll go there and somebody gonna steal my information. It's been added. So if you go there, come back later, and the big red flashes, because I went there like, whoa, wait a minute. And then I had to read, okay, we're working on it, incorporate, could take up to 2 hours. Like, oh, okay, great. So that's that. All right, so I'm going to go to my last song, and I'm going to come back. I'm going to close it out to give you my word of inspiration for the day. So stick around for the word of inspiration for the day. I'll be right back.
Time goes by and yet I wonder, are you and me still the same? Are you still loving the game? I know I don't. You guess you're stolen now and under. I know the laughter and the pain. Will I ever love again? I don't know if I can take it anymore. So I stay here and hold my heart when you walk out the door. Made a promise to myself and I repeat it in my head. Set your mind free, set your mind free. No one knows what I've been through, but this is the end of me and you. Set your mind free. Made a promise to myself, this time I will keep it. When there's a will, yeah, there's a way. With every time we perish here, I know I will make it. I'm gonna see you brighter day. Oh, 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 a brighter day, a brighter day. A brighter day. Time goes by and yet I wonder, why do we put each other through hell? Why can't we just get over ourselves? I know we should. You cast your spell and now we're under. I know the laughter and the pain. Will I ever love again? I don't know if I can take it anymore. Yeah, so I stay here and hold my heart when you walk out the door. Yeah, made a promise to myself and I repeat it in my head. Set your mind free, set your mind free. No one knows what I've been through, but this is the end of me and you. Set your mind free. Oh, hey, oh. Bright day.
Welcome back. So before I go, I want to give you my word of inspiration for the day, and here goes. This is a good one, y'all. It says, it does not take much strength to do things, but it requires great strength to decide on what to do. Oh my God. Oh, let me say that again. It says, it does not take much strength to do things, but it requires great strength to decide on what to do. Elder Herbert said that, and he was right. One of the most difficult things in the world is deciding on what to do. I consider myself to be a great decision maker. When I tell y'all, sometimes I am just stuck to the point where I have to just shut down. And so, you know what? I'll come back and revisit this later because I can't even decide what to do right now. And it's so funny because I heard somebody say, Georgette, and I was like, they're not talking about me. They were saying that Pisces have the toughest time making decisions. And I was like, really?
Oh my gosh.
They said it. And I was like, I think I'm just the opposite in most cases. I think I make a decision super quick. Sometimes it bite me in the butt. So I think I'm good at making decisions, but a lot of times there may be instances where I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna shut down and come back and revisit this.
I think I'm good at I'm totally that Pisces.
They said it. They said Pisces have because we are fish and we swim in two different directions. So it's always like, okay, I don't know which way to go. I don't know. You know.
And then yes, I totally fit that category as a Pisces. I know I do. I mean, of course, in life I make decisions, yes, eventually, but I do think a lot of times my bigger things, it's harder for me to figure that out for myself. Yeah.
I don't know, my mother's doing some funky stuff right now. But anyway, so that's the word of inspiration for today. Listen, I don't know. If you having a tough time making decisions, take a minute. Matter of fact, take 2 minutes because sometimes you just need to. You have to take some time to figure out what you're doing. My monitor is freaking out, y'all. Like I have to turn sideways right now because I don't know, it's doing something. This is blinking and it's doing all kind of craziness right now. Don't tell me it's about to die. But anyway, what decisions do you have to make? That's all I'm saying. What decision do you have to make for yourself? And, sometimes they're tough. I ain't gonna even lie. Sometimes there's some tough decisions that you have to make for yourself. And, you just may need to take some time to do that, don't make a bad decision because you're rushing. I do that a lot. Let me just say that. And I ain't ashamed to say it. I do it a lot. I make some bad decisions a lot of times because I am rushing. Like I will rush a decision because my thing is I need to pull the trigger. Because if I got to sit back and sleep on it and what, some things I just need to pull the trigger on. Some things I don't. And for the most part, I pull the trigger quick. There's an old saying, it's better to ask forgiveness than permission. That's me. Like I so live by that. I will do it, ask forgiveness later, not permission. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. Now it may bite me, but it is what it is. All right, that's all I got for today. You could be anywhere in the world, but you spent the last hour and 14 listening to me ramble on. I appreciate you and love you to life for that. Remember, Georgette has given you the word of the week. Your word of the week is thriving, baby. We wish y'all a thriving week. Be sure to take care of yourself out there. Listen, if you missed any episode of the show, be sure to go to goodmorninggwinnett.com to listen to past episodes there. Also, be sure to follow me on Facebook at Good Morning Gwinnett. Follow me on Instagram at Good Morning Gwinnett and follow me on the Twitter at GM Gwinnett. Also, if you listen to this show on Apple Podcasts, find your favorite episode, give it 5 stars, and download our app from the app. So yes, there's an app for this show. Yes, you got an iPhone, you got an Android phone. There's an app for it. So download the app from the app. So the Good Morning Gwinnett app. All right. Take care of yourself. Be safe out there. We'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. God willing. Until next time. Thanks, G.
Welcome.
You're welcome. All right. Until next time, my friends. Y'all stay safe out there and make it a great day. Bye now.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you like this episode, subscribe now and share with your friends. To learn more about Noise Media Network, visit noisemedia.us.